So, Witchblade Volume 1 by Ron Mars and Mike Choi, I think is how you pronounce the name, Shoi. Um, I don't really know what made me want to get into Witchblade. I've always been aware of the character and never had a huge interest. Um, but I came into my kind of local comic shop and I asked if there was a good starting place for Witchblade. And they really just said they weren't big fans, but they sent me over to it, and I met this guy who was over there throwing through the trade. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm a huge Witchblade fan." He told me that this volume was a great place to start, which is on Volume One, Witch Hunt. Now, this is not the beginning of Witchblade. It's around issue 80 according to the back of the covers that tell you. I mean, the cover gallery which tells you the number of the book. It starts around 80 and goes through 85, 86. Um, this was not a good jumping on point. I mean, I had a decent grasp of the universe from little things I had heard from friends. I do not know why this is labeled Volume 1 when it is not. I don't know if they switched companies or what. I know within 3 or 4 volumes, the bearer of the Witchblade gets changed, but I mean, this all starts with Sarah, who is the bearer of the Witchblade, waking up in a coma. Well, I mean, she's in a coma at the beginning of the book. And the story progresses, and you find out that she eventually wakes up, and that the Catholic Church is planning on like doing this evil ritual to bring in a new god to the universe because they believe that our god is dead. And the story's actually pretty solid. The artwork's good throughout. Thing is, like, the only new character they introduce is this detective who is investigating on why Sarah's in a coma because she was attacked by these demon monsters, and he's just trying to find out more about it, and he becomes a part of the story. I just didn't. I mean, there's so much that I don't understand that's going on, and everyone kept telling me this is a great jumping on place. You can enjoy the story just fine. I mean, it's not like I can't understand what the Witchblade is, or that Sarah obviously doesn't have complete control, or that the Catholic Church is trying to raise this monster. Um, I just felt like having a better grasp of these characters would really help. I mean, this didn't seem like I was jumping onto the book in any like big way. There was a lot of unanswered questions. But one of the big draws from why I picked this book up is that it only was $5. It's a pretty thick softcover trade. Well, it's a little bigger than average, just about a little bit. And the artwork, like I said, artwork's great throughout. My biggest problem with the story is that when they finally resurrect the big like ultimate demon, their new god or whatever it is, Sarah like morphs the Witchblade into this like full body suit of armor, and the fight scene is literally, let's see, I want to get this exactly right because I was so surprised by how long the fight scene was. One, two, three, four. 4 pages and one big splash panel of her like slamming her fist into the ground, and the whole story has been built up for this fight, and it just wasn't very much. Like, a lot of the fight is cutbacks to them going, "Oh no, what is she doing?" And I was just felt really cheap. I don't know. It's enough to make me pick up Volume 2, but if you're looking for a starting place in Witchblade like I was, this is definitely not the place to do it. So this is J Train 90. Oh God, J Train 97, and for $5, if you want a taste of the Witchblade universe, this is a decent pickup. $5 for a softcover trade this thick, and it's actually pretty nice. I'd say if you have nothing, like if you just want a new interesting book, pick it up, read it. Don't know if I'm going to progress to Volume 2 or go back to the original stuff and read that first, because I looked into it and I know they make a compendium now. Might do that. But anyways, I wasn't amazed by the story, but I'd say it's worth a read.